Good afternoon to one all gathered here. Integrated approach in science and technology for a sustainable future is the theme for National Science Day 2022.
PG Department of Computer Science, Phil Aiman's pleasure to welcome you all to the National Science Day celebration. We welcome our principal ma'am, Dr. Suhasini Ernest, our director sir, Professor Dr. M.M. Sahul Hamid, guest speaker Dr. T. Mayappan, Professor Department of Computer Science, Alhappa University, Karikudi, teachers and my dear students.
National Science Day is celebrated to commemorate discovery of the Raman effect which led to C.V. Raman winning the Nobel Prize in 1930. We all should feel proud as C.V. Raman was born in Trichy.
Prayer make us bold with strength in our soul. I call upon Anis Fatima 2nd MSc to recite the Quran. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. Thank you, Anis Fatima. I call upon Ms. Munarfa Hussaina, ma'am, HOD of Computer Science Department, to welcome our guest.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you for your brief,
To inspire before
brief and
expiring.
long. Thank you for your long introduction. And today is a special day, Science Day. National Science Day, we celebrate all education institutions. And our university also, in the morning we have celebrated. And after that, in the afternoon, I am at your college. Today, we are going to discuss something about the cloud computing. What is cloud computing? It's a general used for anything that involves delivering hosted services over the internet. For example, if you want to conduct a marriage in your family function, then what services you will hire, what services you will buy. For example, gold garments you will buy. Whereas the marriage hall is not marriage hall is rented. Taxi services are rented. Cooking services are rented. Because it is one time use, or you will use for 1 or 2 days and then leave it. So you won't go for buying a marriage hall or taxi, cooking services forever. That in something without investing much money, without investing your capital expenditure, you can avail services provided by the cloud service providers. There are many cloud service providers, players, major players are there. Google, Amazon, like that, many players are there. Cloud computing transforms IT infrastructure into a utility. So you need not buy a server. You need not buy a capacity storage device. You need not have a, infrastructure in your premises. For example, if I want to do a business, say travel agency, I will connect my customer or connect customers will connect to me to get services from me. For this business, I need a server, high capacity storage device, so that many people can contact me at a time. Our storage service must support it. Our internet connectivity must support it. Our hardware, uh, server hardware should support it. So when the business grows, more and more services to even use lot of just like you and you for one purpose, so you can do this. That is now most of the business startup is using computer. Just like adding there is like right. Next slide. Who is all games, please next question. Now, is it clear now? Okay. Are you using guys is quick using cloud. Not install any software or computer to use GPU. Just use your home anywhere and log in and use all the provided uh, there are accessories to the system. You can install GPUs or have other all the provided cloud. What is the drive you have to go for cloud? Not breaking software. Madam, next slide, please. Next slide. The first is major players in previous slide. Fourth, slide number 4. Microsoft Azure is major players. Azure go to the website and get your free cloud service account also. They will provide it for 1 year and after that they will charge in dollars. Amazon Web Services, aws.amazon.com, Google cloud.google.com, IBM Cloud Bluemix. It is called Blue Cloud now. Earlier name is Bluemix. Next. Prior to cloud computing, what we did, scenario prior to cloud computing, procuring physical hardware, computers, servers, etc. Server cost is initial capital expenditure. Establishing server rooms or data centers. When you want to place a server, it should be placed in a room, well protected room, and also in AC. You have to provide cooling equipments also because when number of users increases, server will get heated. Then installing server and operating system cost, license for every operating system, we have to get a license for using it, network connectivity, procuring database product, antivirus software and dependencies, libraries, web server, maintenance operations, and also say whatever we have discussed the previous lines are procuring hardware and other things. Now maintenance to make your software and that need a server down and updating the security patches up to date. So whenever an operating system is purchased, it will not stay as it is. They will provide updates. Even your Windows is getting updated every day if it is a genuine licensed copy. So whatever they provide, it will be updated. So what is called patches. Patches, updations, security patches to keep it up to date. Database backups and recovery in case of failures. Backup and recovery procedures we have to do. replacing the failed hardware. Whenever hardware failures, we have to replace it and purchase a new one or repair the current one. IT workforce for initial setup and maintenance. Say you need programmers and people to develop the software and maintain it. Next. Now, this is the current scenario or past scenario before cloud computing, before using cloud computing. Hosting application, how an application is hosted on server. Server 1, OS, application 1. Every application needs separate server. That is a major disadvantage. So you may ask a question, why not use the same server for all my applications? For example, one application uses Windows, another application uses Ubuntu or Unix, Linux, or another application uses Apple Macintosh. In that case, I need three different servers, three different operating systems to host three different applications. The diagram, the bottom diagram is not possible. You cannot host all the applications because the operating system server because its nature is different. It's not using other. You cannot insist that all applications must use Windows. Applications may require different operating systems developed by different people in different countries. Okay, next slide number 7. Virtualization. So to solve this problem, virtualization came into existence. Virtualization is the process of running a virtual instance of a computer system in a layer abstracted from the actual hardware. See, one computer is there, which is projected as three computers. Illusion, through software means. One hardware is there, but I am giving it as a three different hardware, three different computers. That is what is called virtualization. So virtualization is the process of running a virtual instance of your computer, and it is a layer abstracted from the actual hardware. Here, look at the diagram. Only one computer is there, one server is there. Your server is also a computer, big, powerful computer. And the host OS, the server is running one operating system. That is host OS. It may be Windows or Linux or Unix, whatever it is. Then hypervisor is a software which makes one machine as three different virtual machines, VM1, VM2, VM3. Applications are run on these machines. Of course, application cannot be run on a bare hardware. Even if it is a virtual machine or actual hardware, server hardware, you cannot run any application on a machine directly. You need an interface, what is called operating system. So for application 1, I need an operating system, application 2 and application 3. Host operating system is used by the server for interface. Next. Here is the solution. Server 1, host OS. Only difference between the previous diagram and this one is here server, host OS, and hypervisor making virtual machines, and then guest OS for running the application. For application interface, we need guest OS. Guest OS means unique operating system for application 1, unique operating system for application 2, and so on. And its own dependencies. What is dependency? For example, in .NET framework, we need a class library. That is a dependency. Or DLL in Microsoft Windows, dynamic link libraries, which comes into play when a program runs. At runtime, they come into play. It uses a set of or collection of functions, what is called the API. All your programs will use the API at runtime. That is dependency. Guest OS, for every application, you need a OS. And then virtual machine, where we are using the server. Next. What is the disadvantage? In this setup also, there is a disadvantage. What are the disadvantages of the virtual machine, making different virtual machines? Server resources like disk space, memory, and processor are required to install and run 4 guest operating systems. In the previous diagram, we are using four guest operating systems. So it needs separate disk space, separate memory, separate processor. So for every guest operating system, we have to pay money, cost of OS license. We have to pay for host and as well as guest OS. VM boot up consumes time. Booting up or making virtual machine takes time. Admin time for update and security patches in guest OS and host OS. Every time you need to start guest OS and host OS, it takes time. So another solution is that instead of having multiple virtualization systems, having multiple guest operating button. Button. So it's a container. So you had a container in your Microsoft Windows. You can run Unix or Linux as a container. It can be run as an application. Another application. In your laboratory, your Windows operating system can run Linux as an application. Like that, it's an example for container. Here, look at the diagram. Server is there. Host operating system used by the server, and then we have container engine. Application 1 dependencies up to its own dependencies and application 3. Here, container virtualizes the host operating system. So I am not using virtual machine, but host operating system is virtualized. Say for application 1, host operating system is used. Application 2, the host operating system is used. And application 3 also same host operating system. It is a job of container engine to interact with the application 1 as well as the host operating system to provide virtualization. Applications are sharing the same host OS. Booting up all the virtual machines is not necessary. It is enough to boot one host OS. Next. The benefits of cloud computing. Reduce the cost. We are not investing money for computer or server rooms, IT people, programmers, manpower, nothing is there. Pay as you go. You are going to rent it from the cloud service provider. Only for the services you use, you are going to pay. When it is no more needed, you can stop it. You can come out of cloud. Scalability is there. Suppose you start a business and today you have lesser demand for your product. You can reduce your cloud requirements and pay less for the cloud service provider. When your business picks up during festival seasons, say in summer, Coca-Cola and soft drinks sales will shoot up. Whereas in winter, it will come down. So during peak time, you can avail more cloud services. During downtime, you can avail less services. That is, both are possible. Uh, Reducing the requirement as well as increasing the requirement. That is what is called scalability. Accessibility. When your software is in cloud service, your people, your employees can access it anywhere, from anywhere, provided they have internet connectivity. You are connected with the application anywhere. Then business continued. You can continue the business based on your requirement. If your requirements, your business is slow, then you can reduce your requirement. And if your business is growing up, then you can increase your cloud services application. Automatic updates. Say when you purchase cloud-based software, say for example Microsoft 360. So whenever they update, immediately it comes to the next minute. Next minute it comes to your machine. You can use the updated version of your software. Whereas if you use Microsoft 97 and then Microsoft 2000, 2010, 2011 or 2015, like that, you have to update it, or you have to purchase a new software updated by the provider. Here, if it is the responsibility of the cloud service provider to update your software. Whenever they update, it comes to your desktop, or it comes to your computer or laptop when you connect through the internet. Increase the collaboration. Your people, your employee productivity can be more with more collaboration. So in any business, data sharing is important. Collaboration. People from different locations can collaborate. Nowadays, in pandemic situation, COVID-19, people are working from home. They collaborate with each other through their laptops, through internet. They connect to their virtual private network and interact with each other to provide service for the company. Self-service. In cloud computing, you need not depend on any technocrats for installing software or installing hardware. You need not contact any technocrats. So you need not spend money for installing your software. So within few steps, within few mouse clicks, you can install your software and everything. Within 1 or 2 days, you get acquainted with your cloud services. Next, number 12. Risk, the other side of the coin, risks of cloud computing, loss of cloud data and services. Suppose you put your valuable data in a cloud, the cloud service provider go out of service, or they close the business. The major players will not close the business. Small players may close the business. They may not be able to run the cloud and stop. What happens to your data? It's a very major risk. Loss of cloud data and services. Abruptly, if they stop servicing, your customers are also affected, especially in business, CRM, customer relationship management, where the customer service is important. When your software is not working, say for example, Zomato, you go for food ordering. Suppose Zomato is hosted in a cloud service and cloud service provider goes out of business, what happens? Nobody is able to access the software. But it's a great loss to the Zomato company. So they will run their own cloud. Big players will run their own cloud. No need to go for Amazon or Google. Or if you are capable, uh, your capital expenditure, you are able to do capital expenditure, invest more money. For small businesses, when you start the business, you need to depend on cloud service. If suppose the business does not succeed, then you can come out of the business by spending lesser money compared to investing more money on IT infrastructure, computer hardware and other things. Data security. See, when I host my data, valuable data in cloud, whether it is secured or not, I am doubted. If it is used by some other company, my business, I will lose my business. If it is valuable data or sensitive data, a product details may be there, a company which puts product detail. If it is stolen by some other company, then I will lose my business. Compliance and legal risk. Compliance and legal risk means every country is having some law, legal procedures to keep the data and share the data. So when it is hosted by some other country, the cloud is hosted by some other country, the rules that apply in India may not be same as the rules applied in some other country. Then cost concern. I already told you that cloud is cheaper compared to investing our own money for hardware and other things. But sometimes the cloud bills may be inappropriate. You may get sometimes you get telephone bills 2,000 or 3,000 rupees per month. Then we have to ask the service provider why I'm using telephone and my bill is not more than 400 every month, but this month it is very high. shocking and inappropriate to get a bill of 2,000 rupees. So cost concern, sometimes you may use server hardware for more time, you will get more bills. So cost concern. Next, types of cloud. Different types of clouds are there. Public cloud, anybody can use it. Public cloud. Anybody can put data after getting their service for monthly payment or yearly payment. You go for subscription and anybody. But your cloud is shared by other companies also. Your cloud is shared by other companies also. You are not alone sharing the public cloud. It's shared by many people. You don't know how many companies are there, how many companies are using the cloud. Private cloud, it is your own cloud. Here, you need to procure your hardware, everything. And you can run your cloud for your own business and share it with others also. Others also. If you want to share, suppose you have enough room in your storage space, enough process speed, you can share it with other people also. Private cloud is run by you. You are the owner. Public cloud is not, you are not the owner. Owner is somewhere else. And you are sharing a accommodation like your home, rented house. Use it for some time and you can vacate. Hybrid cloud, that is using both public cloud and private cloud. In the following slides, we can see what is hybrid cloud. Sometimes we use private cloud, our own cloud. Sometimes we use public cloud. We have subscription in public cloud as well as our own private cloud. Both the requirement. Multi-cloud is hybrid. You confused with hybrid. Multi-cloud means we are using services from different providers. Say one service from Google, one service from IBM, one service from Amazon, like that. Multi-cloud. Say for my business, I am not depending on one provider. I depend on multiple providers. Next. Now, features of public cloud. What are the first one? Feature. The first type, public cloud. Cloud service provider makes the following available to users over public internet. What they provide? Computing resources, memory, storage, process, that is infrastructure, resources, application, software. Suppose you need to run a travel agency business. You need not develop your own software. It is already available in the cloud. Just use it, configure it for your company name and other things, address. You can change it and use system software for running it. Go to redbus.in. They are using cloud software. They will use a cloud service, install it, and provide service to others. Computing hardware also. Suppose you need server, to rent server, like renting a marriage hall for conducting a marriage. You can have the server hardware also. Infrastructure development platform. That is application platforms. Suppose you need to develop something using Java, or your application needs some .NET features, then you can use the platform. In this case, you have to develop software. They will provide platform. You are going to develop. You are going to develop the software. So, infrastructure and development platforms they provide with connectivity. Compared to your internet services connectivity, you have the bandwidth provided by the cloud services is high bandwidth connectivity. When your communication needs faster communication, faster delivery of messages, you can make use of high bandwidth. The cloud service revenues will exceed $330 billion by the end of 2020. Additional for cloud. Microsoft Azure, AWS, Amazon Web Services, Google, Oracle, and IBM are public cloud providers with millions of customers. We need internet connection to access the public cloud. We pay a monthly fee to cloud service provider CSP for the services we use. We only pay for what we use in public cloud. Pay as you go. Pay for your usage. That is metering. In your home, you pay for electricity based on meter. You pay for water based on, even in foreign countries, they pay for gas connection also, metered connections also, they pay monthly bill. So the gas pipeline will reach your home. You can open using the tap and use it and close it whenever the use is over. And gas connection comes to your home as a metered connection. Our organization shares the same hardware and resources with other, what is called multi-tenancy. In an apartment, you share the accommodation with others. You are not the one alone in the apartment. You share it with other tenants also. What is called multi-tenancy. In public cloud, you share the storage space with other companies also. They also store their own data. Our organization data is stored in the same storage along with other organizations. Data is always backed up. Here you need not worry about backup. They always back up. So whenever power goes up, you need not panic. You need not worry. It is there in your server. On your side only power goes out of service. Whereas in cloud service, it is 24/7. They always run the server throughout the year, 24/7, all the 365 days. Never, there won't be any power failure. But other problems are there. Data may be lost due to natural disasters like tsunami or war between countries. It may be lost. For that, we have to find the other solution that we will discuss in the following slides. So, if natural disasters, power failure are eradicated, then it is highly reliable. Next. Slide number 16. 16. You look at the bottom. Benefit limitation. No upfront. CapEx. CapEx means capital expense. You need not procure a server, computer, or people. Pay as you go. You are going to pay for only the services you use. Say, for example, how much internet time you use, how much storage space in GBs you use, how much applications you use, for how many hours you use. Based on that only they are charging. Highly scalable. When your business grows, you can procure more hardware or more software, whatever you need. If your services, your business is slow, then you can go for lesser. So scalability on both sides is possible. That is scale down or scale up. Limitation, low visibility and control. So it is maintained by the service provider. So low legal risk, different legal procedures in different countries that you have to comply. Cost concerns. Sometimes you get unwanted bills. Then use this unavailability. This gives application. Varying pack demands. Different varying peak demands. Varying peak demands. Depending on your demands, you can reduce or increase your cloud services. The services you avail from the cloud service provider. Fast growing businesses. For fast growing businesses, it is you can gradually increase your investments. That is the monthly subscription you pay for the cloud and use it. Backup and disaster recovery solution. Say, instead of backing up our database and worrying about backups in case of disaster, how to recover from you need not worry about it. It will be done by the cloud service provider. Now, many enterprises are moving portions of their computing infrastructure to the public cloud because it is better than running our own server and maintaining all the database backups and everything than using the cloud. They will take care of it. You need not worry about it. Business with varying peak demand greatly benefit from the public cloud. Okay. This month I have started my business. My business is slowly getting up. I need not procure more hardware resources or software resources. So I will go for lesser this month. When the demand gets picked up, then I can demand more resources from the cloud, varying peak demand. Business organization may use it for backup and recovery. Next. Limitation, the same limitation that we have discussed in our diagram is shown in the slide number 17. Same limitation that are shown in the, then we can go for 18. Slide number 18, private cloud. Private cloud is private to a specific organization. It is because we are procuring this hardware, server, etc., etc. And we are running the cloud. We are running the cloud. We are not sharing with anybody else. So it is resources and services used exclusively by one business or organization. Unlike public cloud, private cloud resources are not shared by multiple organizations. All the infrastructure and software are solely dedicated to one organization. So it is your own software, your own hardware. It is physically located in our campus, on our premises. For example, you can create your own cloud on your own, or you can get the services of cloud maker, and get the service, and they will make the cloud, whatever hardware and software you need, they'll make the cloud and make it available and maintain it. So you may go for third-party service provider also, or you can create your own cloud also. Hardware and software can be customized to meet the organization specific. This is the major advantage. In public cloud, whatever software is there, you have to depend on them. Here in private cloud, you can customize the software for your business requirements. For example, redbus.in, they provide the software. There are some menus, some operations that you have to depend on. Suppose you need changes, it is to be done by the public cloud provider. It should be suitable for all the operators, all the bus operators. So that is not possible. Everyone needs a different operation. So they will make changes once in a year or once in 2 years and update the software. Hardware and software can be customized. Here, we have complete control over it. Compared to public cloud, no visibility and control is there. Here we have complete control over it. Private clouds are used by government agencies, financial organizations that have sensitive and business critical operations. So why government agencies and financial organizations are using it? Because they are worrying about their data. Suppose it is given to a public cloud and data are lost or data are hacked by some other company, then everything is lost. So security is main concern. When there is a concern about security, madam, yes. Benefits limitation that we have discussed now. Better security, predictable cost, uh, we are not paying for anybody, so cost is predictable. Legal complaints, it is run by the company. The company is located in a particular country. We have to comply with the rules, existing rules in that country for data sharing. What is called ethics in information technology. How to use the data, how should not we use the data, how to share it, everything, the law and order. Limited scalability. Limited scalability means when your business improves, means when your business grows, then you have to procure more hardware, more software to meet the demand, current demand. Whereas in public cloud, it is the burden of the cloud service provider. Your job is just to ask, I need more. I need another terabyte of disk space, 1 TB of disk space. I'm already having 2 TBs, but my business grows now, so I need 2 more TBs. Just to call it and pay and use it in public cloud. Here, limited scalability. Limited means when you want to expand the business, then you have to procure more. After expanding, the business may go down. Whatever you procure will go to waste. So huge initial capital expenditure. Initially, you have to invest more money for servers and other hardware. Limited access. The sharing is not possible because you are using it within a company. Next, slide number 20. Okay. Hybrid cloud. Hybrid cloud is a same company having both types of cloud. They are using their own for some purpose. They are using public cloud for some purpose. It's a combination of both private and public. It's not a different cloud altogether. It's not a different cloud. I'm using public cloud for some operations. I'm using private cloud for some operations. It offers the best of both. We can use private cloud for security. Suppose you have data that you want to secure. Product formula may be there for your product. Say Fair and Lovely. What is the formula to make Fair and Lovely? That formula, the combinations of ingredients, etc. That can be stored in the private cloud. Whereas other operations where the customers interact can be stored in the public cloud. For example, here sensitive financial applications and public cloud email with high volume of data, low security. So when security is not a concern, you can go for public cloud. When security is a major concern, so here I need both. That is a private cloud for securing my data, public cloud for other applications which do not worry about security. Next. Cloud bursting. That is moving from one cloud to another cloud is bursting. Say I'm using private cloud. My demand my product group, I want more hardware resources. I cannot hardware other things on private cloud. But can go for public. It's called bursting. Cloud bursting. Business private application during summer season. There's a spike in demand for things. But there is spike in demand to the public cloud to tap into additional computing resources provided by the public cloud. So I need not buy a more capacity processor, high-speed processor, or high-capacity server. Enough. So when my demand is speculative, when the demand is low, I can use my own private cloud. I need not pay for public. I want to avail the services. When my demand increases, scalability increases, then I will burst into public cloud also. Sometimes I will use both private as well as public. When the spike subsides, scale down to the public cloud. Spike in demand may be due to festival seasons or launching of new products, income tax filing during financial year and in March. Say spike when your business enters into spike, varying demand, when there is a festival season, or our government of India income tax filing server is there. In March, not March, that you have to file our income tax. The people are very July 1. And lakhs of people are accessing the server. It will slow down. They cannot file the income tax return. In that time, during that time, the government will go for public cloud. Not only private cloud, public cloud. When the demand is more, when network request is more, more services needed for the customer, we can burst from private cloud to public cloud. Next, hybrid cloud. The benefits, limitation, use case. So in hybrid cloud, we are using both private and public. We are best of both the world. Better control, cost effective. Cost effective means little money I have invested for private cloud, and money I invest for public cloud depends on demand. Whenever there is a demand, I invest more, pay more for the cloud service provider. Whenever there is a slowdown in my business, I will low limits. Data that is put on the public cloud has no visibility. Additional complexity, because moving from one cloud to another requires additional complexity. Compliance and the legal risks are there. Cost concerns are there. So we have to pay for both private as public. So all this depends on your of the business. Your business and your public cloud. My business is sometimes business is I put a business main. During the time and unseasoned will mother switch between different delivery models, security, scalability requirements. Different delivery models. So one time like depending on my scalability and security requirements. Next. Comparison of is all points we have discussed. Now we'll discuss inside the organization's network. Private cloud is in our campus. It is run by us. It's our own cloud. Public cloud anywhere on the internet. It may be stored in any server. We don't know whether it is in Hong Kong or America or in Europe. We don't know. So anywhere on the internet. Private cloud, hybrid cloud, private cloud inside our campus, public cloud anywhere on the internet. Next. Private cloud limited by the underlying infrastructure. So scalability is a problem. Limited by the underlying. All of a sudden, if my requirements are more, I cannot abruptly buy hardware and other things to update my business, to improve my business. Immediate requirement. Whenever there is a high demand for my product, I have to supply. Or in customer relationship, I have to keep the customers with me in customer relationship, CRM. In public cloud provides near unlimited scalability. No, you need not worry about scalability. Whatever resource you want, you can demand from it. Next. Now here we are viewing a video. Madam, please play the video to know the contents of cloud computing. Is it playing?
Yes, sir.
Yes. No, no, it's not playing. I think so. Because that file I have not sent it to you. Only the PowerPoint slide is there. The it's nothing. It shows uh, so it shows the concepts of cloud computing. They're very interesting. That it will play for 2 to 3 minutes only. So I'll try to play it. Okay, at the end I'll show it. Next, you please go to next slide. Next slide, please. The video will be played at the end. Cloud computing is offered in 3 different service models. Cloud service models. What are the services provided? The software as a service, SaaS. Platform as a service, PaaS. Infrastructure as a service, infrastructure as IaaS. What is software as a service? They make some software and put it in the cloud. Anybody can use it. It is software as a service. For example, Microsoft Office 360, 360. It's a cloud software. It is available in their cloud. We can use it. So whatever update they give, we can use it. For yearly charges or monthly charges, you can use it. Platform as a service, they will provide software development platform, for example, .NET or Java, any platform for development, or J2E, Java Enterprise Edition. Infrastructure as a service means hardware. Services, they provide server hardware for you to use it. Suppose my business requirement is very high, I need a separate hardware, I can go for rental, renting a hardware. Next, the cloud service models, all the models are given. In this next in the slide, in cloud service models, all in this diagram, all the models are given. The first one is on-premise, the earlier scenario, where everything is done by your own hardware, your own software, your own people. Here at the bottom, you have networking, storage, server, virtualization, operating system, middleware, runtime. Runtime means runtime API, data, and applications. Middleware is in between the client and the server, there is a middleware software. Now, in IaaS scenario, what is given in yellow color? What is given in yellow color is done by the cloud service provider. It is the responsibility of the cloud service provider. That is, they are providing networking, they are providing storage, they are providing servers, they are providing virtualization. All hardware related things are done by the cloud service provider, IaaS. Whereas operating system, middleware, runtime, data, application is our responsibility. Say, I want to use only hardware, software development I will take care of. In that case, you can go for IaaS. I need hardware only. So I have sophisticated programmers, more knowledgeable people in my company. I need not use the software services. The next one, platform as a service. They will provide networking, storage, server, virtualization, OS, middleware, runtime. All the platform they will provide in addition to hardware. Application and data alone is your responsibility. Developing application, developing a software package is your own responsibility, and providing your own data. In the last one, software as a service, you need not worry about anything. Nothing is on your part. Everything is done by the service provider. Just you log in and use software. for your business. Or first you install the software, something is installed in your machine, many things are in the server, and we can have the contact with the server anytime, at any time, all the 24 hours, and use your software. So CSP manages is given in yellow color. What you manage is given in orange color in the diagram. Next. IaaS, infrastructure as a service. It is also a hardware service. It is also known as hardware as a service, HAAS. CSP provides infrastructure over an internet connection or virtual private network. What is virtual private network? Your own company's network. Nobody can interfere with it. Within your company, your employees can connect with others. They cannot go outside. Even google.com, they cannot type and get external information. Only the facilities available in your network, they have to use. This is for confidentiality, security. The employee should not play with others, should not have contact with other companies for selling your own data, selling your own business. It helps to avoid the cost and complexity of purchasing and managing the physical hardware. Whatever hardware you need, it is provided by the cloud service provider. You are going to pay rent for them. That's all. Renting. Characteristics, resources are available as a service. All resources, memory, processor, server, hardware, networking, everything is provided as a service. Highly scalable. Whenever you need, you can go for higher services. Dynamic and flexible. At any time, you can reduce your demand or increase your demand. GUI and API based access, graphical user interface and application program interface based access. Automated administrative tasks. You can do your tasks in an automatic way. So the cloud IaaS providers are DigitalOcean, Linode, Amazon, Microsoft Azure, Google Compute Engine, GCE, Rackspace, and so on, Meta Cloud. Next. In platform as a service, they provide a platform. Next. They provide the platform. You have to develop your own software using the platform. So instead of purchasing a costly platform from a vendor, you can use that service as a cloud service and you can develop your own software. Suppose you have a strong IT professional force in your company, why not purchase software? Why not go for a software as a service? Just use your team for developing software or your requirement, your own requirement. If it is developed by you, then you can tailor it at any time. Your software, it is your own software, you can change it at any time. So whereas in a software as a service, it is available in the cloud and it is developed by the cloud service provider. Whenever they change it once in a year, then only you can have the modification. But if it is a platform as a service, they provide all the supporting software. It is responsibility of you to develop your own packages for your requirement. The computing platform enables the programmers to develop, test, run, and manage the application. Accessible to various users via the same development application. Integrates with web services and databases. So you can integrate your software with various databases available in the cloud. Builds on virtualization technology, supports multiple languages and frameworks, provides scalability. Next. Slide number 30. Software as a service model. Here, it's also on-demand software. So whenever you need a software, go to cloud and install or configure for your requirement. That's all. You need not, suppose you are running a travel agency business today. After 2 years, there is no scope due to COVID-19. There is no scope in travel agency. No flights are flying. No flights are operated. So no tourists. Then you can switch over the business to some other business. And for that business, you can use software available in the cloud. So all the applications, most of the like your mobile apps. So many applications are hosted in the cloud. Whatever application you want, you can use it. User can access this application with the help of internet connection and web browser. That's all. It is managed from a central location, hosted on a remote server, not in your own server, accessible over the internet. Hardware and software updates are applied automatically. Okay, when they update the software, it is available to you the next second, next minute. The services are charged per basis. Next service, attend daily in only 8 to 10 there. SAS applications. Next slide, please. SAS application. These are all the applications that we are using on a daily basis. We use Gmail. We use Netflix to view movies, Prime services, Amazon Prime, Dropbox to store our data. Dropbox is a facility where, like your Google Drive, you can put your files in Dropbox, Google Drive, Office 365. These are all SaaS applications. Benefits of software as a service, very easy to get started. When you start the business, you need not have your own software, develop your own software. You can have uh, SAS, accessibility, automatic updates provided by the provider, flexible usage-based pricing, reduce the financial risk. Okay, another service is there, container as a service, CAS. Next slide. They will provide containers instead of purchasing hardware and virtualization. You purchase CAS. That container will take care of everything on the other side, behind the screen. Another one, function as a service. Now it is very popular, function as a service. Many cloud service providers are making functions, like your library functions in the language C or C++. They provide functions to do some operation. Your job is to organize all these functions to get your work done for your business. So it is a server-side logic. They provide ready-made functions. Those functions mean just not just sine or tan or mathematical function. A function will contain so many operations. So your job is to input data and you will get output. And if you need multiple functions for your business, you can organize those functions to get your work done for your business. Multi-cloud, using cloud services from multiple, next slide 35. Multi-cloud 35. Using cloud services from multiple providers, Google, IBM, AWS, one service from one vendor and another service from another provider. Now this is tutorial for Azure, how to create your own account. You can try in your home or in your laboratory. Go to Azure, Microsoft Azure homepage. Go to Azure homepage in 38, slide number 38. Go to Azure homepage. Click on free Azure account. Free trial for 12 months they are providing. Then you have to sign up and select your country, region, etc., etc. Then finally, it will ask you to provide your credit card number. It is necessary. It is necessary to provide credit card number and your CVV number also. Initially, they will provide $200 free. So within that $200 or $300, $300 are provided by Google, $200 for Microsoft Azure. Within $200, you can use the service for 1 year. Suppose your dollar limit exceeds, then you have to pay and use it. So they provide $200 free. Within the $200, you can avail the services. within 12 months you can avail the services. So if you are satisfied, then you can go for purchasing your. So on the last day of your service subscription, your Mastercard or the debit card or credit card details that provider automatically debits another 200. So you must be very careful in providing credit card details and CVV number. When the last date is over and you have no balance in your account, automatically it will debit without your without your confirmation, your consent. And you can delete your account at any time. Delete your account, and you can try this free account in which you are provided with $200. But this $200 exhausts very fast. To cancel your subscription, next to slide 39, uh, which is important for people who are going for free account. Next slide 39. Select your subscription from the Azure portal account. Go to subscription and click on cancel your subscription. Now just confirm the subscription and click for cancellation. So these three steps you have to follow to cancel your. Say go to Google or Azure, Microsoft Azure page, create free trial account and use all the software available there. Use it for 1 or 2 months until you can see your dollar value that remains in your account at any time. And when it is going to exhaust, you cancel your account. So this is screens used for. There are so many options in the menus. Uh, you please go to 48, slide number 48. Slide number 48. Using Azure, you can procure hardware or software as a service or platform as any service. In this diagram, it shows Azure geographies. What are all the countries in which they are running? Azure data center. A data center is nothing but a room which contains a server run by the cloud service provider. That is data center. A center which maintains your data. The server which maintains your data is data center. How they are running the data center within the same country? We have to select pair of regions. We have to select pair of regions to store your data. To keep your data, you have to select not one region. You have to select, say for example, if it is India, we can select region in Tamil Nadu as well as Bombay, two regions. Or Tamil Nadu and Coimbatore or Kanyakumari. It should be distance apart. Why? When there is a disaster, when there is a tsunami or some natural disasters are there, your data are maintained in both centers. That is in Kanyakumari as well as Chennai. Between Kanyakumari and Chennai, there are more than 300 or 400 kilometers. 400 kilometers. There is a belief that when disaster attack, when there is a disaster, it will not affect the data which is 300 miles away. 300 miles away. That is why whenever you select a cloud, you have to for your storage cloud, you have to select paired regions, two regions where your data are replicated. It is stored in both servers, both the data centers. Then zonal services and zone redundant services are provided by the cloud service provider. So whenever you create a virtual machine, they will replicate it. Whenever you create a data storage or cloud storage, they will replicate it in multiple pair of regions, so that your data is always available. Your business will not go out of service. Your business will not go out of service. Next slide. Uh, Thank you for your patience in this 1.5 hours time. Due to some technical problems, I was not able to connect and stopped using my computer because the audio is not working. Nowadays, Google Meet is not permitting us to record audio or video free of cost. We have to pay money. If you start using the services for 1 year, more than 1 year, your recording services will be stopped. After that, you have to pay and use it. Pay and use it, or something like a cloud service. So that is why there was a delay in. Yes, yes, madam. You can have my presentation file for future uses. No problem. And I thank the organizers, the Department of Computer Science, and the authorities in the Aiman College for providing me this opportunity to share something in cloud computing with students and faculty members. Thank you and all. Queries, if any, you can ask.
Thank you, sir. I have a
Yes.
query.
Hmm.
You are talking about a hybrid uh,
Hybrid.
public private is a
Hybrid
hybrid
cloud. Yes.
service is. It's possible to accommodate that is any type of data in that cloud.
Yes. In hybrid cloud, you are using both private and public cloud. In
Okay, sir.
public private cloud is run by you in your own home or in your own organization. Public cloud is run by the service provider. So in between these two, you have to discriminate. The data which you want to secure should be stored in your own machine, in your own hardware. The data which can be in which there is no security concern, you can put it in the public cloud. See, people are moving from private to public cloud when there is more demand for their business. They will move from private to public. In even in that, they will secure the data. Whatever data which you feel that it is sensitive, which you feel that it is valuable, it should not be stolen by others. It is kept in the private cloud. The data which can be leveraged to customers, it can be leveraged to customers can be stored in public cloud. So using both, sometimes for some purpose private, for some purpose public. It is a hybrid cloud. You can put anything.
Thank you, sir.
I call upon Ms. Rashida second MSc to deliver the vote of thanks.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. It has been such an honor to be part of this wonderful event. On behalf of the organization, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed guest, Dr. T. Mayappan, Professor, Department of Computer Science Department, Nalagappa University, Karaikudi. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Madam,
I thank the management for arranging this program for this special day. I want to thank the chief guest who shared this day in spite of his busy schedule. Thank you, sir. I also want to thank all of the teachers for your support and guidance in all our efforts. Last, a wide round of applause and thanks to all the participants who made the event a memorable one. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
okay. Madam, shall I leave now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank